Today was the day, man. It finally happened around the NFL. All teams had to have their rosters pretty much turned in by a certain time today, and the Vikings did so. What I want to talk about, I'm not going to go through the whole 53-man roster. I just want to talk about a couple surprises, right? And then congratulate a couple of the guys that I feel like deserve to make the team, and they did make the team, man. So shout out to them fellas. Now, the first one, Lewis C. Now, this isn't a surprise based off of the player and his play on the field, his production on the field. It's more of a surprise of this was Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah's very first round pick of his GMing career. And it probably was hard, regardless of how we look at it, it probably was hard for him to cut bait with him, but he had to do it. I'm not mad. There's no skin off my back. I felt like the team would have tried everything in their power to hold on to number 6. But again, is it surprising? A little bit for me personally, but for you and most fans, no, because a lot of fans voted that he needs to be gone anyway. So it is what it is, man. We had to get rid of him. But the one that really was surprising to me was Bo. Now, I know there's a lot of depth at that position, man. When you're talking about edge rusher, you got Dallas Turner, you got Grenard, you got Van Ginkel coming in there. I mean, look, Bo Ricker was he had an uphill battle, man. He had to have a little bit more than just the one game of really going out there and showcasing his talent. He did have the one great game, the first game, but after that, he was kind of quiet. He had to play here and there, but just wasn't enough. And there just wasn't enough space on the team to say, hey, do we need to keep him? I'm sure there was a lot of things that had to go right for him to be able to make this 53-man roster. Now, Kene, man. Kene's another one that I'm super surprised about. I see how they did the running back room when you're talking about keeping, obviously you got Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler, and then you just got CJ Ham in there. Now, CJ Ham, we talked about this last night on the Purple Parlor with me, SK, and Realistic Randy, and it's about the leadership traits. It's about him in the locker room and stuff like that. I mean, he does bring value on the field as well when it comes to blocking and stuff, and hopefully KOC finds a way to use him more, because we looked at the stats last night and he's only being used 19% of the time throughout a whole season, bro. That's not a lot. Like, to be paying a guy, a fullback at that much to not really be playing that much, bro, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense in my opinion. But again, I think I do, as a fan, value what he brings to the table when I'm talking off the field, when I'm talking on the sidelines. The team might be down because they're losing and the morale needs to be boosted. CJ Ham is that guy, and you need those guys to build a championship team. So I'm not mad at it. So CJ Ham's RB3, and hey, somebody had to be the sacrificial lamb for that. You feel me? And it was Myles Gaskins, or it was Kene Nwangu, or maybe it was both. You feel me? Maybe it was just both. But either way, man, CJ Ham made it, man. Another one, Jaquelin Roy. Now, I'm not going to say that Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah's draft class of the 2022 season was a complete bust, man, but there's a lot of players, man, that you had to cut bait with. You feel me? A lot of players. Jaquelin Roy just didn't pan out. You feel me? I thought maybe because we didn't see him in the preseason that much, that they seen something in practice and maybe he was a lock to make the team because he was one of Kwesi's draft picks, and it just is what it is. Like, he was going to make the squad. That is not the case. He is out of there. You feel me? So, hey, we wish nothing but these fellas the best, though. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I'm sure there's going to be teams that will take flyers on them. They'll bring value somewhere. Some of them probably will never play in the NFL again. Some of them will get another opportunity, man. So at the end of the day, it was fun rooting for a lot of these guys during training camp and stuff like that, because a lot of these guys, like your Bows and stuff like that, that we thought had a really good chance to make the team. These guys right here, they're going to get another look from another team because they did put enough on tape for somebody else that maybe don't have the depth that we have at that position to take a chance on them. So shout out to these fellas, man. I want to congratulate a couple of them, though. A couple of the young guys, man. 2 in particular. Let's talk about our boy Nudie, man. Shout out Nudie, man, making the team, undrafted free agent. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, that is lit, bro. Like, the battle he had to go through training camp and all of that to actually make the 53-man roster, being a UDFA. Now, we know Ivan Pace did it last year with the crazy talent that he had. Man, Nudie's the same exact type of player, man. Came in, hey, head up, going out there, handling business night in, night out, day in, day out. And not only did he prove it in training camp, at practices and stuff like that, but when the lights were on during the games, he did what he needed to do and showed that he was the best cornerback out on the field as long as he was out on the field. So that right there is deserving of a spot. I'm so glad Nudie made it, man. I'm going to be rooting for bro until the end. You feel me? So shout out Nudie, man. I hope we actually get to see him a lot. I mean, I'm going to keep it real. Not only am I happy he made the 53-man roster, I think there's a chance we see a lot of him throughout the regular season, like a lot. I'm talking not even just because an injury happens. I'm saying if one of the vets do tend to slack, bro, don't be surprised if Nudie can get up in there. You know, he needs to change that number. Hopefully he gets him a better number, man, and make him look a little more fly. We can't be rocking the 47 out there, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it was good during the preseason, bro, but we need to get you right. Get you a little single digit or something. Somebody, after all these waivers and cuts, somebody got a number you can borrow, man, but let's make it happen, right? And then Taki, man. Taki, you know, one of the fan favorites. I see a lot of players and a lot of, not only players, but a lot of fans, Vikings fans, talking about Taki and just how he was dominant in a couple of these preseason games, led PFF and all that on the Vikings. So, hey, look, the DT is a position that we know we really need somebody who can really stuff the run. And I'm telling you right now, he showed that promise. So hopefully he's a replacement for Jaquelin Roy, and he is what the team actually expected out of Jaquelin Roy. They're like, yo, this is what we thought we were getting from Jaquelin Roy. We got him right here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're going to make the 53. We're going to let you walk. I mean, it's just the business, man. You feel me? Like, that's just what it is, bro. It is what it is. But shout out to Taki, man. Again, another one that just earned their spot, battling an uphill battle. Having to come in and compete with guys that got drafted and guys that the team had high hopes on just 2 years ago, just a year or 2 years ago. And you come in and you beat them, bro. And you had 30, not only did you have 32 teams, but they had 7 rounds to have a chance to pick you, and they didn't pick you. They didn't pick you, bro. Like, hey, play with that chip, man. I love the undrafted free agents. Just something about them that gets me fired up, bro, because the underdog, man, that just, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, man, y'all doubted me? Okay, watch what I do, man. I'm about to terrorize the league, man. So shout out to him. I think we got some studs. You know, Gabriel, I think he's another one we kept that. Obviously, we got him. I think we put him on IR or something like that. So again, this is gonna be lit, man. Let's see who we put. We put Gabriel Murphy on injury reserve, designated to return. So him and Dalton Reisner on that same list. Yeah, man. Hey, I think this was a great off-season training camp, preseason, man. It's season time now. It's season time now, man. I'll put the official 53-man roster right here, man. Shout out TPP for dropping this on their page, man, on X. Here it is for y'all. This is the official roster. As of now, I think there still will be some changes, right? There'll still be some things happening. Some moves might be made, you know. Hey, you know, this is the initial 53 is what they call it. So don't be surprised if phone calls get made and stuff like that. But, hey, look, man, I'm excited. I think our team's ready, bro. I'm ready. It's wartime now, baby. It's wartime. We here. I said in the last video, we here now, baby. Let's go, man. Y'all drop it down in the comments how y'all feel about the 53-man roster, man. The initial 53-man roster. Don't fall in love with everybody yet. People still can move around, but how do you feel about it, man? You think we got a chance this year, man? Drop it in the comments. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah. Smooth summer. Who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.